Oh, we're back.
We are back.
Don't put that on. No,
it got
Jesus.
cut. It didn't start until after you said anything.
Okay, good. Well, I'll say it again. I said, what in the actual fuck? So I Googled GSU football schedule 2024, and Google is showing me Georgia State Panthers football, which is what I would expect. But then off to the right, it says see results about Georgia Southern Eagles football.
Oh, motherfucker.
What the fuck, Google? That's dumb as shit. I wanted to ask you guys about away games this season. You got Texas State November 23rd. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, Texas State was at the top of my list to go to since they're my favorite team.
Because, I mean, since half the schedule is away at the end. I can't go to UConn. I really wanted to, but I'll be in Jacksonville.
I wanted to go to UConn as well.
So I can't go to that. App State, I could do that one if you want to do that again.
Yeah, Appy could possibly happen. I gotta look and see what's going on that weekend.
Even go to JMU. I don't know if I want to go there though.
Yeah, the JMU. That's a heck of a drive, though.
It's a flight. We're flying.
Yeah, well, but it's not. I
don't know where do you fly to.
Where do you fly into? Roanoke. Yeah, and I looked at I looked at the games I wanted to go to, which was Texas State and UConn. I just went ahead and did some price, looks for the
Texas State.
Flights. Texas State and UConn, and the flights are just fucking expensive. It's just ridiculous.
I feel like I have to go to Texas State now, though.
Even Southwest was like $4 something for a ride.
I was the same way, Ryan. I felt like I'm trying to talk about my Texas State buddy. The reason why you guys think that I'm such a huge Texas State fan, and
that's not why we think you're a Texas State fan.
It's just because you are.
It's because you're a Texas State fan.
Yeah,
you number 2 team. It's all good. It's all good. We all got number 2s. Me and Tim. Oh, mine's Georgia. Tim's might be Georgia. I don't know where Tim.
It's Georgia.
Yeah, we all got number 2 teams.
I don't know my number 2 team is.
It's Texas State. We all know who it is.
Yeah, I guarantee you, if I've got a number 2 team, it's not in the Sun Belt.
It's weird. No, I mean, me and Tim don't understand, but it does seem to be Texas State.
Wait, Ryan, do we have to pick a Sun Belt team to be our number 2?
No, Georgia is my number 2.
I mean, Georgia's my number 2.
There's down south is everyone's number 2.
Who's everyone? Everyone.
Because it's number 2 as in taking a poop.
Because it goes because it's in the toilet. Yeah.
It's like what the coastal guy did in my toilet.
Exactly.
Actually, you know what? Georgia's my number 2, but Stetson, number 3. I went there, so I got to give him some love. Yeah.
You went to Stetson?
Yeah, for 2 years.
Did you get a hat?
I have a hat. I don't know where it is anymore, though.
You better not wear that to the beach volleyball game this weekend.
Is Stetson in Texas?
No, it's in DeLand, Florida.
It's Florida.
It's where?
DeLand, Florida. It's like between Daytona Beach and Orlando.
Florida's basically Texas, though.
In what way?
I think if you were carving out regions, it's like the South, but not the South, right? Because Texas is not the South, and Florida is not the South.
Florida's something,
but people call them the South, even though they are not.
There
are so fewer New Yorkers in Texas than there are in Florida.
South Florida, to be exact.
That's true. Yeah, they're different. I'm sorry. Look, I was trying to think out, okay? And I just needed y'all to talk me out of it. And you did. Good job.
South Florida is a meld of LA and New York. Central Florida.
Denver is sitting over here pissed off at me.
Oh, no.
She's so angry.
North Florida.
I'm sorry there's not enough New Yorkers in Texas for you, Denver.
Yeah, she's really mad there's not New Yorkers there. She's like, it is Florida.
I would say the panhandle of Florida is the South.
The panhandle's at least Alabama.
But think about what separates Texas: the panhandle of Florida, the lower tips of Alabama, Mississippi, the entire state of Louisiana. I mean, what a horrible thing to have to drive through to get between those two states.
I know.
Just fly.
There's it's a huge natural barrier.
What is is that the worst stretch in all of America to drive through?
Probably.
To get from if you're going from a cool Florida place, you got to go up to the panhandle, and you're trying to go to Texas, which is cool. You got to go through the absolute worst.
Well, it would be like driving from Houston to Panama, right? Panama City would be
Yeah.
I mean, and that would just be like really everything in between is garbage.
It's just garbage.
It's just all like the worst.
You got to survive, like,
It's
bayou
garbage heap
people
after
and
garbage heap.
alligators and meth addicts and whatever else there is.
What were we talking about? Oh, schedules.
Schedule. All right.
We actually were.
Appy State. I mean, I've already predicted a win there. Is there a reason why?
I'd be down. I had a good time there, except for the assholes at that podcast that didn't show up because they're fucking cowards. But beyond that, I mean,
they'd like to talk a big game on social media, but they can't actually show up to back it up, can they?
you show up at their tailgate and there's no one there. It's like a car.
Did I hear back it up?
Let's see. What do I want?
Texas State.
I'm a little drunk. What are you gonna do?
Texas State, though. I mean, were you thinking, David, like fly out Friday so we can have Friday night go out?
Yeah, I would do. If it's got to be a long weekend, if it's got to be a Thursday through a Sunday, that's fine.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind that. Thursday night, go out there.
But it all depends on what. For me, it all depends on flight prices, and I'm not going to drop $500 on a flight to go. I'm just not going to do it. I don't. I've
got that Chase Sapphire. That's what I got. I haven't paid for a flight. I've been flying for like a bunch of times every year now for a little while.
Yeah, but every time I fly, I've got to bring 4 others with me. So
not if you're going to Texas State for football.
Well,
you don't have to do that.
But that's where all my points have gone. That's where all my points have gone.
I hear you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry, they're eating all your points.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of which, I was really excited. I was going to try to do some like fun spring break stuff this week with Lizzie, and everything is like really stupid expensive. So what I settled on was Six Flags season pass.
I knew you were going to say Six Flags. Knew it.
But I got the Diamond Pass for like $100. So we can go to Whitewater when they're open, and like we're like, all right, we're gonna do this. Because I was like, man, we could go out to the 2 things that I was like real big on was the Wolf Lodge place, which is just stupid expensive and sounds terrible, honestly. And then
sounds like a bunch of families at a indoor water park.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of like half piss, half water is what it sounds like.
Ooh. You don't think Whitewater's gonna be any different?
It's outside. It's different.
Look, I'm selling myself on it, so yes, it sounds different.
The piss evaporates faster there.
Yeah, it'll be warm no matter what, so it's whatever. And then I was like, Callaway Gardens. And turns out that's not good for kids, and it's also very expensive. I was like going resort-wise, and I was like, or I could just stay at my house and go to Six Flags.
You might as well just take her to the Ritz-Carlton, Lake Oconee.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm excited. I haven't been to Six Flags in a while.
Go to Chateau Alon.
Fun, man. Go
to Chateau Alon and put her in the hotel room and just drink wine all day.
Get her some wine tasting.
That's a date weekend.
Six Flags will be fun, man.
For her birthday or something, right? I mean, that's
what's the good roller coaster called again? Six Flags.
None of them.
Good too. No, the really tall one was
the newest one, Goliath.
Yeah, that's fun.
I've only done it one time, and I loved it, and I was terrified. And I hate heights, but I hate heights because they make me nervous, and I mean, like my adrenaline goes. Yeah, and I swear to God, like it doesn't tighten down enough, and I felt like I was gonna die, and that was exciting.
You're trying to figure out if this thing releases, how do I grab it so I don't fly away?
Right.
Yeah.
They do have this. They have a new one coming in this summer. That's like it's called like a surfer something, and it goes over water, and it's this big U thing goes back and forth over water, like a roller coaster that just goes over it, but it also like skims across the water. Looks cool.
Now I know what Ryan feels like when I talk about schedules. I absolutely loathe roller coasters.
Really?
Oh man, I love them. So that's the thing is I hate heights a lot. I mean, not hate, but I'm scared of them. So roller coasters really get my adrenaline going, and I love them.
I don't like that at all. It's fucking horrible.
Either?
It's not the height so much. I mean, I'll get a little bit of like a vertigo type thingy if I'm whatever, but I do not enjoy roller coasters in the least. Like, nope, hard pass. I'll stand in line. I'll stand in that 3.5 hour line with you, and then like when it gets to the ride, I'll walk right through it and be like, all right, next guy up can get to that spot, and not doing it.
Well, that sounds like an expensive line.
Yeah, I know, right? Did you ever go to
Yeah,
like Universal? Go to the Harry Potter shit?
I didn't do the ride. Kim went into the rides, and
She
I
did
went
both
and found
rides.
I found
Wait,
a
did
butter
you do
beer
the
bar,
train
and
that going across?
no, we didn't pay for both parks, so we only did
Which
the
one'd you
one
do?
half.
One of them's
I
like
don't-
a mine car, and the other one is not a mine
dude,
car.
when it comes to the biggest sci-fi fantasy franchises in the world, I know the least about Harry Potter.
All right, fair enough.
It's not hard. It's basically Star Wars.
Maybe the new movies.
David's about to have a conniption fit.
What are you talking about? It's some guy who doesn't know that he's powerful, but his dad was somebody, or his parents were people, and like he goes in and he has to fight, and it's totally Star Wars. Don't worry.
Makes
about
out with his sister. Makes out with his friend's sister.
Yeah,
it. Does
sure.
make out with his friend's sister, who turns out to be his sister. Bum, bum, bum. No, he makes out with the fat kid that is his brother. You know, his cousin, I guess.
I don't know. I've seen
He doesn't do that. No, I mean,
what is it? What is it? Is there 6 or 7? Not counting those new Fantastic Beasts. It's like 6 or 7 of those things.
I think there's 6 books and there's 7 movies because they split the last.
Yeah. So I think I've seen
movies because
I think I've seen the
milking it.
I think I've seen the first
It was
5
like
movies.
it was like The Hobbit into 3 movies. I'm like, guys, what are you doing?
And they brought what's his Legolas from Lord of the Rings in there, and he was never part of The Hobbit at all.
Well, but he was alive.
He was alive. He wasn't part of the
And he's
fucking
Orlando
story.
Bloom. You know, you just gotta. If it works, it works. Also, somebody had to recognize him because Frodo doesn't know who the fuck Legolas is.
Yeah. No, The Hobbit is. I've read very few books. The Hobbit is probably the best book I've ever read. And The Hobbit, and that movie was horrible.
Yeah, it was not. Those movies are not great.
But
I mean, Lord of the Rings, though. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Those are some good movies.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not a
What
fantasy
are you
guy.
in?
I'm a sci-fi
Denver's
guy.
upset.
I'm not a fantasy guy.
It's not Spider-Man.
I do like that kind of fantasy.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Spider-Man is fun, and it is like pretty good, and there's a lot of really good messages. Like overall, the
I had
movies
my
are
first-
fun though, but like the Lord of the Rings movies are fucking fantastic. Some of the best
I had
movies
my
ever made.
I had my first lucid dream back when I was in Florida.
We don't need to know about this. We don't need to know about this.
No, I've been trying to lucid dream for as long as I've known about lucid dreaming, and because I wanted to fly. I just wanted to fly in my dream, and I finally had my first lucid dream, and I was flying, and I was like, okay, this is awesome. Now I want to be Spider-Man, and I was not as good at climbing up walls as I was flying.
I believe that I have flown in dreams before, but when I had a lucid dream, I tried to fly and I jumped and I landed on my face, and in my head I was just like, I don't know how to fly.
That's how it ended. That's it.
It didn't hurt. I mean, it was just like a numb. Like I fell and hit my face, and it didn't hurt. But I
was
like,
a short-lived 80s or 90s TV show called, I think it was called like My Secret Identity or something like that. It was Jerry O'Connell's like big break before Sliders. And he had the ability to fly.
Sliders,
but it was like,
remember that.
But he just floated, and he actually had to use like aerosol air cans to like propel him because he couldn't like.
O'Connell's big break was when he was a kid. It was
my
Stand By Me.
Oh well, yeah, but like I guess as a
his big break.
I guess I was freaking about Stand By Me, but it wasn't really a big break because it was a tiny ass fucking show. But anyhow, he got the stepped in front of the neighborhood scientist's laser, and it gave him special powers. But he had the ability to fly, and he just kind of floated. He couldn't really control it. That was kind of like my flying in my lucid dream. But the first time I tried to crawl up walls, it didn't work too well. But I started figuring it out, and then I woke up. And it was.
I did watch a clip of Jerry O'Connell, and he was with Corey Feldman singing "Stand By Me," and he didn't really sing a whole lot. Corey Feldman did a lot of the I'll say singing, but it was real rough.
Because Corey Feldman has a band.
I know. You know what? And I love the Corey Feldman, the musician, because it's hilarious for reasons, but like. This Stand By Me was, I mean, he's not a good singer. It was the comedian. What's the bald headed guy's name from the league with the big teeth? You know what I'm talking about?
Double entendres. Andre.
Yeah. So his it's a good name. He's on TikTok and he just played the clip of Corey Feldman talking. He's like, and it just cuts back to him. He goes, "It's a hard song to sing." I'm like, that was so Southern, like bless his heart. That was like
that guy's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's good, and also the league is fantastic. Whether you're into fantasy football or not, the league is hilarious.
It took me so long to
on
finish
clean.
it. Yeah, exactly.
The amount of times I've said "forever on clean" to Lizzie now is, and they just look at me like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I'm like, "Well, that's disgusting. Whatever's happening."
It's like when you're like changing diapers, like when she was a kid or something like that. Forever on clean.
Well, do you remember the first time "forever on clean" happened in the league? It was because he was eating the ice chips out of the urinal.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Forever on clean.
Gross.
Well, we completely sidetracked away from
Georgia State tailgating.
Georgia State away games.
Trips.
Whatever. It's last
we
call.
could circle back to it. No Marshall. It's a Thursday. We're not going to that shit.
Yeah, I looked at that one again. That one is like because you can't you have to like fly into Cincinnati and drive 2.5 hours or something crap like that. Like that.
I knew we were talking about something else.
App JMU or Texas State. That's it. Those are your choices.
Yeah, and
I think Texas State if the flight comes down. App if it doesn't.
Yeah, well, I have an entire year to build up some points, I guess.
Start charging a bunch of shit right now.
Yeah.
We need more patrons, is what we need, so that they can just pay for us.
For us to go. Hey, well,
I've increased the minimum to 10. So
hey, now that John Cena is a follower of us, we can
maybe John will become a fan. A supporter of the program.
So that Twitter account followed me while I was running for office, and I did do a bunch of research and like I was like, this seems weird, but it was back when the blue check mark actually meant something. And I think that
it means something now.
Just John Cena's thing with his Twitter or his publicist thing with his Twitter, whoever is running that thing, I think they follow a lot of people.
Well, you know what? John Cena follows us, and we don't follow him.
Ooh,
yeah. That's a power play. That's a power play right there.
I'm such a fan of his. Really, I mean,
he's great. He's awesome.
He just seems like the coolest dude.
No, I may follow him on my personal account, but I'm not going to follow him on the State of Atlanta account.
Did you guys watch that Nikki's to Nikki or whatever it's called? It's not good. It's not good at all. But like it still is like I appreciate his part in it.
Does that mean that I can message him now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. I thought if you paid for the blue check mark, you could message anyone.
Yeah.
You do that. You got.
You got some good Twitter feedback on your Braves opening day party post.
Did we?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
good reply.
I should go look at that then.
Tim, what is it? Don't tease us.
He'll look at it. He wants to know now.
Oh, yeah.
It could be gone by now, though. Who knows?
What was it, Tim? What are you doing?
It's just a reply. To our. Yeah, but what kind of stripper is it?
I don't know. What do you got to pay for?
What the hell are you guys talking about?
The picture of Ryan and me.
Yeah. Did they delete it? Twitter might have taken it down. Twitter's taking it down.
There is a button that says show additional replies, including those that may contain offensive content.
They've updated it.
Dakota Gray Kiss, as if I needed another reason to brave the heat.
Oh,
sorry, not sorry. Too cool for Braves. Summerhill shenanigans.
That's us,
Ryan. We got to. Yeah, this is what Dakota Gray Kiss said about us.
You had to click a button to get that?
Well, I didn't.
Yeah,
I looked at it. Apparently,
that bad content. That sounds like perfect Twitter.
Well,
content.
I think it's because of her page is.
Did she also say pussy in bio?
Probably.
No, she's. Oh, she likes to dress up like schoolgirls. All right. Huh.
You should.
All right, I think we're maybe wrapping this up because David's going down the rabbit hole.
No, you should at her and say, "Join our Patreon."
Exactly.
Join our OnlyFans where our feet are. We really need to work this out.
We do.
Every time on X, when somebody is like pussy in bio, we should be like feet on OnlyFans.
How often do you see things that says pussy in bio on
all
X?
The time? Everything I post, I get a reply that says pussy in bio.
All the
Twitters. I guess that's a difference in between what your Twitter feed and mine are like.
Well, I have over 6,000 followers, so I'm just saying.
Ooh,
there's a good chance
out there. How many do we have?
I don't tens of hundreds.
We're over it. We crossed 1,000 at the end of last year. Right? We're just under 1,100.
I see people that are more popular than me like talk about how they have like 2,000 followers. And I'm just like, what?
All right, yeah, then we can close that up.
We're getting in dangerous territory. Let's close it up. Let's talk about Georgia State and educating prisoners next.
Oh yeah,
next time coming up next week.
Thanks for listening. We will talk to you guys next week. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.